As the year comes to a close, it's also, unfortunately, time for us to say goodbye. YTD has had an incredible run of over 100 episodes, telling you about snacks and making you laugh. But as they say, all good things must end. We are honored to have played a small part in your weeks these past few years. But that old dusty trail calls and... Wait, what? The pandemic's still going? Whew, vaccine distribution's gonna take a while? Well, fuck it.
We ain't going nowhere. We gonna stay right here forever and ever. We can't be stopped now, 'cause it's bad boy for life. We ain't going nowhere. We gonna stay right here. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, 'cause it's stay right here for life.
You tried that? You tried that. Happy New Year. I'm Nick Novak with my pals. Chad Hancock.
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Hey, 2021.
Well, we're not there yet.
Odd Lang Syne,
Oh.
everybody.
Slow down, guys.
said
Slow
Happy
the
New
fuck
Year.
down. Well, yeah, I know, but it's setting you up to look like an asshole. It's actually in a few days. Today is the 27th of December, of course. So, did
Yes,
you
we knew
have a
that.
good? How was your Feast of Stephen celebration yesterday?
We celebrated the good King Wenceslas all day and all night.
Oh, we brought in all that firewood for fuel. And wait, what happens in that song? I think that's the lyric.
What? That's
He
the
goes and gets firewood, right?
He goes to get firewood?
Yeah, you don't. That's your favorite song, Geiger. You don't know the
Oh, no,
lyrics.
the
It's
fucking
I don't think
like-
it's about
words,
getting
it's
firewood,
like
is
the-
it?
No.
I'm pretty sure.
Alright.
Hold on. All right, hold
Pull 'em
on.
up.
This is happening right now. Good King Wenceslas lyrics.
On the Feast of Stephen, negotiated price of
When the
wood.
snow lay out, brightly shone the moon. Frost was cruel, and then a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. So somebody's out there getting logs. Maybe it wasn't Wenceslas himself because he was like a lazy fuck, I guess.
But it is soon 2021. I just I'll be very tired of hearing all the 2020, I'm so glad this year is over, and then the next fucking day everything is just as shitty as it was the day before.
Yeah. January 2nd, like fucking, I don't know, some celebrity dies. It's like 2021 needs to end now or whatever.
That's always my favorite. Chad and I were talking about this last week briefly after our last record, and it was like, and this is not an against any of these celebrities. I'm sorry that they passed, but like, that didn't affect my life at all. I didn't know them. They weren't like, one of my favorite stories, I was watching the UFC fight with a friend of mine one time, and the fighter won, and they were interviewing him afterward, and he's like, I just want to dedicate this fight to two of my heroes. He's like, Nelson Mandela, and I'm like, okay, yeah. And he goes, and Paul Walker, and I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, not to make fun of Paul Walker's death, it's sad and tragic, but like,
Yeah.
those two guys did not exactly achieve the same amount of things in their life. I don't
Yeah,
think.
Nelson Mandela never jumped a car between two buildings, so I
Right.
don't know how they
He-
even compare.
He listed Nelson first.
He did go in the correct order, yeah.
Yeah, from bottom to top, like we do our Mount Snackmores.
So speaking of saying the wrong things, today we're talking a little about how we left jobs and or possibly moved on to new jobs. And Geiger, we were talking earlier about your dad when he had to get a job when he was a bit older. Why don't you take it from there?
Yeah. Hopefully that whole thing about your ears burning when people talk about you isn't real, because my dad's ears have been on fire this past month and a half. But my dad owned his own business for a long time, for like 20, 30 years. And when it closed, he had to go get like a job where he wasn't his own boss. And I think
God damn it, 2020!
He had to take over the Fast and Furious franchise for Paul Walker, and it was just a lot of adjustment. It was not fast, very furious. But he was a salesman.
Fast and Furious 3, Zuba Drift. Anyways,
so he took a sales role in the industry that he had been in, and they gave, he's sitting in a sales meeting and he's telling me, he's like, yeah, I sit down. My sales manager's like, all right, here's your quota. And I told him right in the meeting, I'm like, you can just fire me now. I'm not gonna make that number. I'm like, it's not how that goes yet. I mean, it was a dumb number. And then he's like arguing with me. I'm like, just fire me. There's no way I can do that. I'm like, Dad, that's not the point of a sales quota, is that it's hard to do. Like they're not gonna fire you right away. But like you can't tell them no, that's unattainable and just leave. That's not how that works.
Yeah, we have a friend who, another friend was complaining about his job and his boss being mean. And this guy works for himself, so of course he's like, just go in there and tell your boss he's an asshole. Like, no, you can't. And my dad will tell those stories. Like, I don't know if they're true or not, because he's like, yeah, my boss was like, Dennis kept telling me, yeah, you got to do this, you got to do that. And I'm like, and I walked in there and I said, yeah, well, you better shut the hell up because I got too much work to do. I'm like, are these things true? Like, how do you have a job?
I did. I kind of did something like that one time. I was working at Kraft Foods a while back, and there was a woman there, and I honestly don't remember her name, but she was just sort of like very like upfront and like, like kind of rude to a lot of people, and most people didn't like her. But there was one time where she really didn't have an understanding of like what the people on my team were trying to do. And we were all sitting around in a cubicle, like kind of complaining about it. And, I have like a super loud voice, and I don't remember her name. Let's say it was like Barbara or something. I was just like well, Barbara doesn't know what she's talking about. And then like literally 2 seconds later, she pops her head into the cubicle and goes, "Excuse me?" And there was just like silence, and then she just storms off, and we just kind of like the three of us just sat there like, oh fuck. So like I immediately like sent her an apology email, like, oh, I feel really bad, because I did, I shouldn't have been like that, but that was definitely one of the most awkward.
I'm sorry, Barbara, I wish I knew what you were talking about. It's just
yeah. I'm sorry, you're such a dumb fuck. Yeah.
There was a guy at one of my old jobs. He was a sales guy, and he wasn't doing well anyway. But I went by his desk. He's like, "Hey, come here, look at this." And I went over, and he's watching Two Girls, One Cup in the office. I'm like, "What the fuck, man?" So I'm like, I like ran away from it. I don't want to be near that. So I go to my desk, and then like 2 days later, he got fired. I don't know if it was for that or not, but I am like walking by the elevator as he's being led out with his boxes, or he didn't have a box stuff. He just had like his his bag or whatever. And I go, "Oh, hi, Sean." And he's like, "Hey, peace out, man. I'm out of here." I'm like, "Oh, all right." Like, we weren't friends at work. I'm like, "Oh, all right." Just like, is that good or bad? Is it your choice? He's like, "Who gives a fuck?" And he throws up two. He makes like an X with like two like flipping me off signs and closes the elevator door. I'm like, that's pretty gangster, but pretty fucking dumb too. This is you're a white guy wearing a suit, asshole.
The only thing better is if he just bent over and like lit a fart, like as the elevator door closed.
Two girls, one cup, out. He just goes out.
Geiger, we have to tell the shot color story. There's
no
way around
it. I was like thinking about it, but
all right, you know it better than I do.
All right, okay. I'll try to keep this the Cliff Notes version. So we have a mutual friend who we care very much about, and his father is like a noted like kind of tall tale teller a little bit, like just kind of. So he used to work for the maintenance yard at the rail yard in the Chicago Metro system, and he would work. I think he was like a maintenance manager. He fixed the trains, and then for some reason, for various reasons, he had to leave the job for an extended period. And so when he came back, he was no longer the manager that had to replace him, and so he was just in the general, like one of the general maintenance workers. So he was telling me but he's like, yeah, but this new guy, he didn't know shit, and he didn't remember. Like, what he didn't know is that I used to be the shot caller, and he just kept calling himself the shot caller the entire time. So I'm already enjoying the story very much.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, so like, and I had like a pre-existing knee condition, right? And so you're not supposed to like work the forklift or the whatever, some piece of heavy equipment. He's like, but he just kept telling me to get on there, and I kept telling by union regulation I'm not supposed to be on there. And he was like, I'll do it anyway. I'm the boss. I'm like, all right. So I showed him. I got up in that equipment, and then when I did my job, and when I was done, I jumped out of it and landed on my knee on purpose and tore out my ACL. I was like, what? And he's like, so you had to put me at disability then, because by union regulation. That fucking moron. I'm like, yeah. Yep, he sounded pretty dumb and weird.
Really showed him.
He goes, and he just kept saying, yeah, he forgot I knew all the rules. I used to be the shot caller. I'm like, now you're a guy with a fucked up knee.
I just always laugh about picturing this like slow motion heroic jump off a tractor and just knee exploding upon impact.
I just picturing the guy leaping out, like extending his knee out, like bending it, and like landing on it specifically, howling in pain, just screaming, holding his leg as that guy approaches. I'm the shot caller. I called my shot.
Well, let's call some shots on these snacks. Let's
Yeah.
get started. Really excited about this particular trio we've got today. We're going to rate them on a 5-point scale. They love dat, like dat, indifferent to dat, dislike dat, and hate dat. This is the last chance for these snacks to get a shot at Mount Snackmore, which will take place next week. In next week's episode, we're going to review all the best snacks of, damn it, 2020, of course.
I can't wait for 2020 to be over so I can review the year in snacking.
And then we'll see if one of these can get a shot. And usually we list the top 5 or 6, and then we pick best of the year. So we have a good lineup to try to do that. Let's start today with the burgers. This is the Everyburger burger-shaped chocolate-filled cookies. They come in a nice kind of a little box package. And so on the back it describes crispy and crunchy cookie on the outside and filled with chocolate. And they do look like a little tiny burger, like about the size of those SpongeBob gummies we did the one time.
They actually went to the trouble to make the bun look like a sesame seed bun. Like, I don't know what these are on the cookie. And then it looks like there's 2 layers of chocolate, a white and a dark.
And what's the white supposed to be? A cheese or
cheese? Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
Where'd you get these from?
I bought these in near Japantown in San Francisco. I was out there picking up some mochi from this place, and then they had these plus one of the other snacks we're going to try today. So I think they are from Japan.
So before we do rate the snacks, how would you guys rate 2020?
I would rate 2020 the shattered kneecap of years.
Yeah, I would give it a hate that. A shitty year.
Thank God for the Roman calendar, though, because like in 4 days, I'm ready to turn this shit around.
Yeah. 2020 did not know what it was doing, but it popped in and said, "Excuse me, I had to write an apology note." But in 4 days, that's all behind me.
2020 doesn't know what the fuck it's doing.
2020's manager handed it its list of goals and it was like, "Don't suck out loud this year." And it was like, "Look, I'm not doing that. Just get rid of me now. Just skip right to 2021." Not possible.
I was gonna do. We go in all happy into 2021, and then it hands us a list of all the celebs that are gonna die, and we're just like, "All right, fire us now."
Fire us.
All right, 2021. You need to kill all these celebs. Not gonna do it.
not going to
Sorry.
kill them all.
I
So.
can kill like one or two. That's reasonable, but it's a lot of work killing a celeb.
Is there any celeb that died in the past year-ish that you remember being any moderately affected by, or like, oh, that kind of sucks?
Like I said, I mean, it's sad that they die. Like Chadwick Boseman, like I liked Black Panther. I wanted to see him in Black Panther 2.
Oh yeah, that was kind of a good
and
one.
because he was so young, it was tragic.
Right.
Tom
Petty sticks out because I kind of like Tom Petty quite a bit.
I get that a lot of people were affected by Trebek just because Alex Trebek, because he had been around so long and people that watch the show forever and stuff like that. So again, I understand it's sad, but not personally, no.
Which ones do you wish died?
Ooh. It's got dark.
Let me bring up my list of alt-right celebrities here.
Gallagher.
Just smashed by a sledgehammer fell off a shelf onto him. And
the problem with 2020.
It's trying to kill me.
The problem with 2020 is that COVID smashed my lungs.
Smashed my lungs.
All right, Gagger. What do you think of
Killing people.
Everyburger?
Everyburger? That's a long podcast.
Go. Start with Hardee's.
You picked the one I probably haven't eaten in 30 years. I thought it was decent. I separated the bun from the candy. Yeah, just the bun is just a nondescript cookie. I don't really think it tastes like. I was trying to figure out actually what the sesame seeds maybe taste like, but really nothing. Just kind of sugary. The chocolate's decent. I think it's good chocolate. Oh boy, did you just stack that motherfucker?
Yeah, I'm doing.
How's it even stackable?
Doing a double stuff Everyburger right here.
Oh wow, I'm jealous. Make a Big Mac. Pull out an extra cookie. No, I think it's good. I don't think it's awesome. I think it's overly sweet. I think like a more cookie, like more prominent cookie taste would have been a better balance. But I think they're decent. The chocolate is
all right. Like that to start.
Pretty good. I'll give it a go like that. They're pleasant.
So you guys make fun of me for the stacking, the double stuff, that kind of stuff, but I actually doing that just now, it might change my rating. I don't know. Here's the thing. I think the cookie is the worst part of this. And I think that the cream tastes better. I think the ratio of cookie to cream is a little too high. When I did that makeshift double stuff right there, it was delicious. Because it was like a lot of cream to like not as much cookie. So I'm trying to decide. I think I'm still going to stick with a like that. I think there should be more cream, maybe a little less cookie. I was thinking of bumping them down after I did that, but I will still stick with sort of a low level like that. I think they would be better with more cream.
I'm going to shock you here. I think these things are excellent. I love cookies. I like the cookie flavor. I was a little torn on that sesame seed, which is just salt apparently, but I could do with a little less of it, but I still think it's very good. I think these are really tasty. I like the cream quite a bit, and I like it with that cookie flavor. I'm going to come out strong with a Love Dat.
Wow.
On the Everyburger. Yeah.
Love Dad, get out of here 2020.
Wow.
Well, you should try the double stuff, see what you think.
I will do that. It worked with those M&Ms when you made me eat 4 of them, and then ended up liking them.
So your method of figuring out if food you already like is even better by eating more of it is working? Is that what you're basically saying? Only better one piece of pizza is 3 of them. Mathematically, that's accurate, I guess.
We got to do 2020 again. It's going to be even better this time.
Smash it together, make it 40-40. Made no sense.
Okay, let's next move to the one that's a little bit different, the Yan Yan strawberry cream. So it says it is a cracker stick with dip. So it's a very tall, like cup-shaped package where one side is very long breadstick pieces and the other side is filled with a pink cream.
So it says on the package, fun animal name games on each stick. So I pulled out the first stick and it says giraffe, longest neck.
That's pretty fun.
Wow, that's fun.
What'd you? I got mine was. I didn't know that what it was supposed to be saying. So mine is octopus 8 arms, but I just thought it was like naming this character's name was octopus 8 arms.
Mine says snail, snail, slow male. So wait,
Rabbit,
it's a
eat
joke.
more carrots.
Wait, so some are like statements and some are just saying what they are. Like octopus has 8 arms.
Cat has 9 lives.
I have one that says 2020, shitty year.
Mole, born to dig.
I have one that says quota, fire me now. No, it says whale, largest mammal. How's that a name game? It's just a fact. They just pulled something off Wikipedia.
I got one that says shot collar, exploding kneecap.
I've got one that says Paul Walker, solved apartheid. I'm sorry, Paul Walker.
I got one that says Nelson Mandela drove fast. Huh.
Drove fast.
They mixed them up. That was supposed to be false.
There was a printing error.
Ooh, I do have fox, cunning, and sly.
Elephant, longest nose.
Sheep, wool sweaters.
This is its fate. To be a sweater for you.
One that says lamb, delicious chop.
This one says cow, shot in head in dirty factory. What the hell? Dark?
This one says human, most dangerous game of all.
It doesn't make sense because this one actually says duck quack quack.
Mine says mouse eats cheese. Some of these are just facts.
Seal barks underwater.
What?
Gallagher going to die. Yeah, you dip them.
Dip them into strawberry cream.
All right, Chad, you're first.
Well, I didn't actually expect very much from these. I'm pleasantly surprised. It's a good quality cracker, and the cream is actually really delicious. It's a nice strawberry flavor of cream. I don't think there's enough cream, actually. I'm looking at this package right now. I'm like 3/4 done with the cream, and I'm maybe like a quarter done or a third done with the crackers. So my animal fact would be Chad eats too much cream. But I like these more than the Everyburger, actually. I would really like to see a different flavor of the cream. I like the strawberry. The strawberry is maybe the best fruit flavor. I want to. This might be a controversial take. I want to see this get paired with like a vanilla cream or a Nutella cream or something like that. I think would be amazing. As it is, they're still going to get a like that from me.
Good thing you warned me. That was super controversial. You said that. Vanilla cream. I was blown away by that.
This might be controversial, but I want to see these with a 2020 cream.
I really disagree with your take. The cream is disgusting. Honestly, this is very handy snack-esque in its cream. The cream tastes very odd to me. Oh, there's something wrong about it. I agree. I'd rather have it be Nutella. I think that would be better. I don't think the cracker's that bad. I kind of like the design of it. Like it's a very long cracker, like just to look like a breadstick.
A giraffe snack cracker.
Right. But the cream, I can't eat any more of it. To me, it's very nasty.
Wow.
This makes me want to bark underwater. And I'm actually going to give this a dislike dat. I'm very turned off by this cream. So we're split. Geiger, who you leaning towards?
Probably somewhere in the middle. I don't see how this snack provoked a strong reaction either way. It's the cracker's fine. It's a good cracker, but it's still a cracker. And the strawberry cream is like any other fruit, like strawberry flavored candy that it's the same flavor that you've had in any other strawberry candy. I can't imagine why it's disgusting. I also don't see why it's fantastic. It just is. I agree with Chad. There's not enough of it. Like if you're putting a good healthy scoop on each of those crackers, you're going to run out about halfway through, and no one wants to eat a plain ass cracker.
Nope.
So I would give it a middle of the road indifferent. It's fine. It's tasty enough. It's portable and convenient, but it's nothing that I'm like going to go nuts for.
All right, we are across the board, a like and indifferent, a dislike. One snack to go, and it's Hello Kitty themed. And we'll get there after the segment.
All right, so 2020 coming to a close, as we mentioned.
God damn it!
Oh,
One thing.
Finally.
One thing that we have had to do a lot during the course of the year is make some choices. So we are going to continue to make some choices here. We're bringing back one of our recurring segments. That's right. It's time for Dis or Dat.
Dis or Dat.
Okay, great. So here we go.
Whose voice was that?
That was my voice.
Whoa, does it? Sound like a lady.
Yeah.
All right, great. So,
A lot of production effort went into that.
so Dis or Dat. I've got 6 choices here. So you guys have to decide between each of these pairs of things that I send to you. So we're going to do a winter themed Dis or Dat, a holiday themed Dis or Dat here. A couple different winter themed topics for you.
All foliage.
So, we'll get there. All right, so starting off with Christmas trees. You guys know Christmas trees. You know what those are. Where are you going to go on your Christmas tree? Real or fake? Real or fake Christmas tree? Geiger, we'll start with you.
I am a long time fan of artificial tree. The tree, it's nice. It smells nice when it's real. It also leaves shit everywhere. It's a fire hazard. My dog and cat will eat all the needles. Fake as fuck is how I like my tree.
Novak.
I'm with Geiger. I don't see any benefit to the real tree. You're also cutting down a tree. It's environmentally unfriendly. So it smells. The smell, like I can recreate that with a candle or something. Like I don't need that smell. It's sticky. It's gross. It's too much work. The fake tree is perfect. I could just pull it out of my basement every year. Don't have to think twice. Fake all the way.
Yeah, I agree. It's unanimous. We used to have real trees when I was a kid, and then for some reason I was like super allergic to them. I mean, I'm not allergic to like trees anymore or whatever, but just having that tree in the house, I always had like a terrible breathing problem. So we switched over to fake trees. Never gone back. They're so much better. You can just bust out the same tree year after year. Especially you get the one that the lights are like already built into it, like we have now. You just plug it in, you're done. It's great. All right. Second one.
Dis or Dat.
Okay. Second one. Here we go. Penguins versus polar bears. Winter animals. Where are you going? Penguins versus polar bears. Novak, we'll start with you.
Oh, it's no question for me. Polar bears. Bears, I feel strongly about bears like Chad does.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best animals. Completely hilarious. I have nothing against penguins, but they can't match up to a polar bear.
All right, I'll go next to make it interesting. So this was actually really tough for me because I do love bears, but polar bears may be the least funny of bears. Not nearly as funny as a grizzly, a black bear,
Freezing their ass off.
a sun bear. They're just not as funny. I don't know. They're still funny. Don't get me wrong, but like maybe it's because of
the
like
sun bears are fucking hilarious.
sun bears are so funny. They're very funny. Plus, I do love penguins, and they might be my daughter's favorite animal. She loves seeing them at the zoo. We saw a bunch of penguins when we were down in Chile. It was great. So I'm just going to give the slight edge to penguins. Any other bear, I would have obviously gone with the bear. But I'm going to go penguins. Geiger, what do you think?
think penguins are way overrated. I think they're not that cute. March of the Penguins, Mr. Popper's Penguins. We've seen enough cinematic versions of penguins. Get that shit out of there.
Yeah.
Give me a bear. A bear's awe-inspiring. It's huge. It's destructive. It can hide in the snow. One of the coolest things I've legitimately ever seen involving animals is we went to the zoo one time, and in Milwaukee, the zoo has like one of those things where you can see them swim and you go underneath, or you can like the aquatic viewing thing.
Please tell me the polar bears were fucking.
And they were underwater barking, if you know what I mean. No, they were wrestling. They were wrestling, and they were like literally right up in front of the window, just pounding on each other. It was so cool. And then we turned around, and those rhinos were fucking again. I was like, yeah, no, but no, watching the polar bears wrestle was really cool. So yeah, polar bear all the way.
Remember that one polar bear? Like they were trying to get him to like perform shows, but he was already injured, and then he leaped off the enclosure and just destroyed his leg.
This is it's our oldest polar bear, Shot Collar. He's not interested in performing today.
Oh, there's Shot Collar. He's up on top of the rocks, and oh wait, what's he doing?
He looks at all the other bears, starts shaking his head.
Boy, he really showed us. Now he's in a bear cast. Okay, next one. Okay, so speaking of bears, we've got.
What in the fuck's going on?
It was slowed down. All right, speaking of bears, we've got hibernation versus. Now, this was a term I had to look up. I'd never heard it before. Estivation.
What's estivation?
Estivation?
Estivation is the opposite of hibernation. So sleeping during the summer months, and some reptiles do it. So if you had to do one of those, which one would you do? Now, it seems like you would pick hibernation to sleep through winter, but then you would miss sledding, and so I'll go first. You'd miss.
Oh no!
You'd miss
I fucking sled so often. Not sledding.
You'd miss Christmas.
Me and my toboggan won't be getting any use anymore.
You'd miss Christmas. You'd miss Thanksgiving. You'd miss President's Day. All the holidays. So there is a case there to be made for. But I'm still gonna pick hibernation. Geiger, what do you think?
Yeah. You make a compelling argument because I love Christmas and Thanksgiving, and I love football, which I'd be basically missing all three of those. However, living in Chicago, winter fucking blows. It's just terrible and cold and miserable. So I definitely would still want hibernation, I think.
Yeah.
I am the Paul Walker of sledding. You'll see me.
You're too fast at it?
Flying through the hills, jumping over cars, diving between trucks.
Oh, I thought you meant you ended sledding apartheid. Got it.
I am the Nelson Mandela of sledding, let me tell you. That's what I meant to say. So, I don't even know why it's a question. Of course you're going to hibernate and sleep through the summer.
Some people like snow. All right, next one here.
Those same people like 2020. Whoa.
We sped it up.
Okay. Let me play that again. Okay, great. Just to make sure everybody heard it. I spent 30 seconds on that. Okay, so... All right, so you guys, in the past, you've given me shit for busting out fall foliage in these Dis or Dads. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do that here. There is no fall foliage, because in the past I did fall foliage versus seeing Christmas lights in a fall Dis or Dat, and then in a summer Dis or Dat we did fall foliage versus fireworks.
I'm not buying
no
it.
fall foliage
not buying
here.
It at all. It's gonna be autumn leaves or some bullshit.
No fall foliage. Instead, Christmas lights versus fireworks. Geiger, where are you at?
Chris?
It's New Year's Eve fireworks. We could.
That's right. That's right. I had that in my pocket if you guys tried to call me out on it.
Wait. So which would I rather see? Fireworks or Christmas lights? Fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas lights are just inert. They just sit there. It's not that interesting. I mean, they're nice and they're festive and all that, but fireworks are shit explodes and there's fire and stuff, and that's my story. It's pretty good. I'd take fireworks.
All right, Novak.
I'm actually gonna take Christmas lights. I think
Boo.
I think there's a little more variability.
Yeah.
A firework. When I've seen a firework, I've probably seen them all. Every now and then they come up with like some different shaped one that's like one slightly different thing in a 40-minute fireworks show. But mostly I have seen what can be seen with fireworks. I still think Christmas decorations, while similar, each person can put their own unique spin on it. So I'm gonna go Christmas lights.
You had that one tableau that one year you did, Novak, where you had like Santa Claus and Nelson Mandela working on a peace treaty and stuff in the front. Remember, like FW de Klerk was off to the side and everything. Do you remember all that or no?
That was Paul Walker, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's Paul Walker.
Yeah,
It's-
wasn't
okay,
Nelson
my bad.
Mandela like underneath the hood of a car with a wrench?
Nelson Mandela was drag racing a hoopty. Yeah.
I'm also gonna go Christmas lights. Actually, look, I love fireworks; they're fantastic. But on New Year's Eve, it lasts what, half hour, maybe tops, 15 minutes, something like that. Christmas lights, it's a whole month long. You see them everywhere you go. Yeah, for me, it's gonna be Christmas lights. All right, two more. So the next one, we're gonna do a double dis or dat. Oh, here we go.
Double this or dat.
Okay, so here's a double dis or dat. So skiing versus ice skating, and you have to answer it twice. Once if you are participating, once if you are watching, because the answer might be different. Skiing versus ice skating. Novak, go ahead.
All right. I would rather ice skate. Gagger and I famously went snowboarding once, and like I almost
Chad was there too.
yeah. Oh, maybe you were, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had never been snowboarding, and I'm like consider myself fairly coordinated, and I was never so hurt at the end of that day. Like I fell so many times. I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? I'm just not a fan of, not that big a fan of skiing. I didn't grow up doing it much. Maybe if I had, I'd like it more. And ice skating, I like fine. I can ice skate. So I'm going to pick ice skating. Watching. Now, does watching mean I'm watching an ice skating competition with
Right.
triple Lutzes and stuff? I'm not watching
Yes.
a hockey game, right?
Yeah, that my wife and I were having that debate on whether hockey should be included when I was putting this list together. But I would say no hockey, just the figure skating or speed skating type of events from the Olympics versus all the skiing, snowboarding events.
Okay. If hockey was in there, I would have picked hockey, but I would rather. I have no interest in watching like the performances,
Right.
the figure skating performances, which are very popular, obviously, and a lot of people love them. Certainly get better ratings than the skiing events. But personally, I'd rather watch the skiing events, like the guys doing the like super long ski jump where they're flying, hundreds of feet through the air. I think that's pretty cool.
For me, my answer is the same for both of them, which is skiing / snowboarding, specifically snowboarding. I love snowboarding. Ice skating. I took ice skating for 2 semesters actually in college. They had an ice skating class that I took as like a blow off. And I've basically never been ice skating since then. As far as watching, I agree. Like figure skating's boring. The only redeeming ice skating event is short track speed skating, which is pretty entertaining. But I love watching with the snowboarding, like when they do the snowboard cross, where like it's 4 people racing down at the same time and they're like smashed into each other and stuff. That one's really fun.
Where'd you? Was it ice skating or bowling? Where you're trying to meet a girl there?
It was it's ice skating. I took it the second time. Yeah, I took it again the second time because there was a cute girl in the class.
You slide.
Yeah,
out.
no, that went nowhere. No interest in me.
For me personally, like which one I want to do more, it's a tough choice because I'm terrible at both of them. So when we went snowboarding at one time, and I think we also went skiing one time, infamously, I could not even get off the rope lift or the chair lifts successfully. Like I would just barrel roll off to the point where when the guy saw me coming, he was already laughing. Like I one time went on the rope lift, fell down with my skis laying across the path, and people behind me just kept piling up like cartoon style. And I also can't stop, so I would just basically slide down the hill, look for a snowbank, and dive into it. I also can't ice skate because my like ankles just bend and like inwardly flex, and to the point where like after like a half hour, my ankles are so sore I have to stop. But I can better ice skate than I can ski. I'm to the point where I will never go skiing again. It's not worth it to me to shave the mountain down with my hips as I collapse in a heap and slide face first down. And I'm a danger to others, like knocking them over. So I will ice skate. If I get hockey skates, it's a little more ankle support. I think I'm fine. For watching, it's definitely skiing though. I have a big problem, especially if we're talking about, because I know there's speed skating and stuff, which is just kind of over quick and boring. I have a big problem watching sports that are judged. It's not a sport to me at that point, because it's, especially because in ice skating they don't do a good job explaining what's going on. Like you're watching Christy Yamaguchi do whatever, and she like spins and it looks fine to me, and the announcer's like, "Oh boy, big mistake." I'm like, "Huh?" And I'm like, because her knee like angled slightly to the side, and none of us picked up on it. And
she dove into a nearby snowbank, and you're like, "Look fine to me."
That's my technique. He's using the Geiger.
She jumped down and shattered her kneecap, and the announcer's like, "Oh, she did the shot caller there. That's going to lose her points."
Those judges forgot that she used to be a judge. Yeah, it's not interesting. And like the ski jumpers, like at least it's like a race, or like it's jumping. It's objective. Like who got the farthest, who is the fastest, who's the best skier, who hit the most snowbanks, who knocked over the most children. Like all the things you can measure in the course of a ski event. So.
Right. All right. Last one, 6-1 here. This we're gonna go with a dis dat or the other one.
Dis or dat. Or the other one.
Okay. So 3 choices here, all snow related. You're gonna go snowball fight, snowman building, or snow angels. Which one you want to do? Now, I'll go first here. Snow angels, just cross that off the list immediately. They're easy but stupid. Snowman building is okay, but it takes like a really, really long time. You know, it's like a lot of work. I'm super lazy. So I'm going snowball fight. You could just pick up a hunk of snow, throw it in like your friend's face. Now they hate you for the rest of the day. It's a lot of fun. Geiger, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd probably go in that order. Snowball fight. I mean, anything where you run around, aiming at people, pelting people with stuff, that's fun. That's just a lot of fucking fun.
Mm-hmm.
Snowmen building, slightly less fun, but not bad. I'll get down on building a nice snowman, especially if you get into it like with sticks and coal and carrots and like handguns, and he's like flipping people off and shit, and he can make them really.
And he's just
really,
got a giant snow taint.
And he's got a huge fucking taint and like big ass wooden titties, and then you build a manager and one next to him that holds him like a hands of a quota sheet, and the snowman's going nope, like he can't do it with his hands up in the air. It's pretty neat.
That snowman doesn't know what he's talking about.
Just go in and tell the snowman he's an asshole.
Then you build a scene of a snowman typing a furious email. But then and then Snow Angel, I'm with you. Much like me. Dumb and easy. So I would not. I mean, just it's relaxing. You just get to lay there. It's kind of nice. But other than that, it's kind of over quick.
All right, Novak, close it out.
Yeah, you guys nailed it. Said what needed to be said in 2020. That snow angels are terrible. They're not terrible, but
Wow.
I don't care.
They're pretty terrible.
The last 2 I think are both very fun, but I got to play to my strengths. Like every snowman I've ever built looked like absolute garbage. Like my yard always had leaves, and then the snowman, you roll up the ball and it's full of dirt and leaves and just looks like trash. Just not my forte. And I have a strong, accurate arm, so I'm the man in the snowball fight.
John Elway, snowman.
So that's it. Snowball fight. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And what else? Where else can you hurl things at people and like have it be a fun, safe, okay thing to do? So.
I mean, food fight, right?
Everybody loves that. Have you guys ever been in a food fight in your life?
No.
The second someone threw like some fucking mustard at me, I'd be like, "What the fuck?"
I feel like every like school-based TV show or movie has a food fight in it. And I'm like, I've never seen an actual food fight. Like maybe I've seen a fry whipped at somebody or something like that. But
You've just never been walking down walking down the hallway at school, and suddenly an entire plate of spaghetti just hits you in the face, and you're just like, "Oh, those rascals!" Never happened to you?
Food fight again.
I would love to get in a food fight. I always kind of wanted to do that tomato fight that they do in Spain.
Oh
I
yeah.
always thought that would be kind of fun to do, but
But those hurt. Tomatoes can be kind of hard, right? Or these super ripe ones that splatter.
yeah, what the fuck do I care? I'm a fucking man, dude.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
All right, we've got one snack to go. The year of YTD is almost over. And we're closing it out with a snack I don't know the name of because I don't have the document open and everything on it here is not in English.
This is the Hokka Gudetama Pudding Biscuit. Gudetama is a Hello Kitty character who's like an egg that always looks upset because he's been like cracked into the frying pan or something.
Existential.
Yeah. So it's just a bunch of like little chocolate cookies, but I think there's like chocolate inside of them.
You're wrong.
Oh.
No, there isn't. Yeah.
Why did I think there was?
What are we supposed to taste like?
Pudding biscuit.
Right.
I'm trying to think of what to compare it to. It's like the consistency of maybe like a vanilla wafer. It's got a very light taste.
Is this what vanilla wafers taste like? They're more vanilla-y than this, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
It's a sort of light little cookie. There's designs on the front, like there's this weird face that's like just a mustache or something.
They're kind of small, nickel-shaped cookies with a flat bottom and a rounded top, and each different cookie has the little egg guy in a different pose on it. So he's like, I don't know shit about Hello Kitty. So is he like the Eeyore of the Hello Cookie universe?
Sure. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I only know a little bit because my wife likes Hello Kitty stuff. So I know Hello Kitty herself, who they say is actually, and this blew my mind, is actually a girl with a cat head, not a cat.
What?
Yeah, because she has her own pet cat. And so they were like, everybody's like, why does a cat own a cat? But she's not a cat. She's a girl with a cat head. Then there's...
Oh, that clears it up.
Yeah. Then there's a dog called like Pom Pom. And then there's this egg. And then one's called Bad Batsmaru, I think. And then there's a bunny. There you go. Hello Kitty.
There's one Paul Mandela, and he combination race car driver, diplomat. So I'm first, I suppose.
And there's one called 2020, and it's just got perfect vision. What?
All right. Well, this is really tough. I do keep eating them, but I don't know how good they are. Like they need a little more flavor. They have a lot of potential. They just needed to add more flavor to it. Like I can't even tell. I can't name a flavor. Pudding isn't a flavor, so I don't know.
Budaguma or Gouda, whatever the thing's name is. Tastes like egg.
So it's tough. I want to like it, but I can't name anything I like about it. And I don't know if I would reach for these. I'm going to go with a high level indifferent to dat. I wish there was something more. They're just they did not deliver on all levels. So I'm interested to see what you guys say.
It's me, right? 2020.
When I made that noise, I woke my dog up who was sleeping. He scared me. Like, what is your fucking problem, asshole?
Hasn't 2020 been enough without this shit?
I didn't even get to hump any legs in 2020. What the fuck?
Yeah, I did.
Is that what he likes to do?
Oh wait,
you did?
No, I didn't.
That was me. That was me talking, not my dog.
All right, here my New Year's resolution is to hump all the fucking legs I see.
I'm gonna hump that kneecap till it shatters.
What about humping legs? Geiger, would you hump this egg?
Desperately trying to get the Trinidad tracks, and that's what you use, huh? This thing is like the anti-snack. It's there. I don't even know how to explain. It's like white is technically the absence of color. This cookie is the absence of snack. It's I know it exists. I know I'm eating it, but it's just so plain. Like Novak, you're like, oh, I'd like to like it. I just wish there was more flavor. That's because this is like the starter cookie that other companies then add flavors to. Like you put chocolate on it, or put sugar on it, or dip it in something. It's just like it's just there. It's just like eating like hard bread. It's not even like
it's like a food for like a 2-year-old or 3-year-old. Like you just because they don't mind it.
It's fine. I mean, it's not bad. It's just there's nothing to. It's so unremarkable. It's not sweet. It's not. It's just like it's literally like an empty calorie. You're just consuming something for the sake of consuming something. Like in 2021, when all of our food reserves are gone, this is all they'll be serving is just tasteless nutrition tabs.
100 calories for a third of the bag. This entire bag's 300 calories. It's a pretty sizable bag.
I'm really torn between an indifferent and a dislike that. And when I say dislike that, it's not because it tastes bad or anything, or it's gross. It's just, why would I say I'm even indifferent? I don't ever want to eat it again because there's just nothing to it. It's just not there. I'll say indifferent because it like a low level indifferent because it is the antithesis of like just a nothing snack. But I don't. Chad's gonna say I loves that or something, but he's grinning. But I don't get it. I don't understand why
He's guy.
This.
If I mean, we have done so many of these fucking episodes. We know exactly by the look in his face this entire time that he's gonna say how much he likes it.
Yes.
So just get it over with.
Just tell us how great these starter cookies are.
Really, just end the year. This shitty year with your terrible fucking take on this cookie.
If you like this cookie, then that's our final celebrity death of the year because you're dead to me. You're fucking dead to me.
Yeah, I'm a celebrity. Well, yeah, Novak, when you mentioned that a third of the bag is 100 calories, well, I've eaten well more than 100 calories of this bag. That is for sure. Yeah, I mean, I went back to verify. I went back and retried the other two snacks. This is my favorite snack of the day, hands down. And
tell me what flavor you like the best. Is it the slightly burnt toast flavor? What is it? Air? What is it? Molecules?
I don't think it's devoid of flavor. I taste a lot of vanilla in this thing, actually. It just tastes like a really good like vanilla cookie to me. Now, I'm not going to give it a love dab. I thought about it. I did think about it because I was just like munching them so effortlessly. And I thought they were really good. But I think they do need something. If they had a chocolate cream in the middle or something like that, like I thought they did, then these could easily be a love dab. I think it's a
there
really,
is
really
no vanilla in
good
this
cookie.
thing at all. I'm reading the ingredients. Zero
The ingredients
vanilla.
are Japanese. How do you...
Nope. English. Look on the white label on it.
Oh, there it is.
Custard.
That's probably a mistranslation. Anyway.
Oh, Hokka Hachima means lack of vanilla. That's right.
I think they're good. I think they're really good. They're my favorite snack we ate today. I could easily finish the rest of this bag. Probably will do so tomorrow. They're getting a strong like that from me.
Okay. Decent score. But the winner is still the Everyburger.
Everyburger.
Everyburger with a pretty good score.
It's all in me.
I got a lot of chocolate cream.
The Everyburger, the last winner of the year, and the score, I don't have any clue what we rated things throughout the year. So could appear on next week's episode. Definitely a high score like that, it could. But I also think we had some pretty highly scored snacks this year, so it could go
We did.
any way. The good thing is that only Chad knows what snacks will be appearing on that episode.
I don't know
So-
yet. I haven't looked.
We know only a couple. Or one for sure was the perfect score a few weeks back, but other than that, we'll see. Geiger, where can the listeners contact us?
Just call us. Most of you have our cell phone number. It's your personal friends or family. But other than that, if you don't, Chad's phone number is no kidding. You can reach us at youtrydat@gmail.com. You can reach us at #YouTriedDat on the Twitter. You can go on the YouTube and leave a comment if you're the kind of person that comments on YouTube videos. You can reach out to us.
Oh, we got a YouTube comment the other day on one of our videos.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't tell you guys.
This can't be serious.
No, okay. here it
No,
is.
it was for real. We got one.
Was it from Paul Walker?
It said click here for hot ladies.
Wait, in reference to our video, or was there a link?
No,
Oh,
it was like linked to some other one.
Did you click?
No, I deleted the comment.
Why? I wanted to see the hot ladies.
It's 2020. I'm over hot ladies. We're on
That's true.
2021's ugly ladies.
We're also on a bunch of other stuff. Reach out to us. Let us know what you think of the podcast. Let us know what you think of the snacks. Suggest snacks. Ask a question from the mailbag. Request clicks for hot ladies. Whatever you want to do. If you want to just comment on all our stuff with links to your porn sites, we'll take the foot traffic. Well, it's fine. Or internet traffic. We'll just come on
You
over.
click on that link and but then the woman has pasties on and you're like, 2020, what the fuck?
It's not hot enough. 2020, you fucking son of a bitch.
If you guys were going to be qualified as Too Fast and Too Furious in some kind of activity, it could be sledding, right? We talked about sledding, so maybe you're just an extra sledder.
It's
probably not sledding.
Sledder.
Is there?
The fucking mountain.
You're sledding down a fucking mountain? What are you doing? fucking the fucking Grinch? What are you doing? Jesus.
One of the Grinch sledded down a
Yeah,
mountain.
he lived
That
on
was-
top of a mountain and he pretended to be Santa with the big sleigh and he had the dog be the reindeer.
Oh, and went flying
Yeah.
down at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did sled down the side of a volcano one time.
You did?
Yeah, in Chile, they have a thing. You hike to the top of this volcano. Takes you like 6 hours to hike to the top of it, and then you bring a sled on your back the whole way, and then you like sled down it, and you get to the bottom of the volcano in like 5 minutes.
Is it worth it? Is it
Oh,
fun?
sounds fun.
Oh, it was awesome. It was so cool. Yeah.
So
Those
volcano
fun things.
sledding is a possibility. What thing would you say that you were potentially too fast and too furious on? Like it could be like Chad might say like level 4-2 of Mario, for example. Or anything.
You could say
I might
that.
say that,
Yeah.
but I would actually say level 4-1.
I mean, sex is the obvious one.
right.
No.
I'm livid during sex. I'm just so angry.
Oh,
all the
you got a furious typer? Are you?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm just typing so furiously I hit too many keys.
Are you an exceptionally fast typer?
I am a super fast typer actually. But don't ask me my words per minute. I don't know it. But yeah, I type super fast. And I can type without you guys can type without looking at the keyboard or no?
Yes.
No. And I also hunt and peck really fast. I'm like just faster that way. I can't go back. I can't try to type.
That's what my brother does. He's like super fast hunt and pecker. Yeah.
Typing was the most valuable class. Like I took it in my senior year of high school. It's the most valuable thing I took in all of high school was typing.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's between typing and ice skating because I came really close to getting that girl's number. That was pretty valuable.
Should have told her about your typing skills.
I did. That's why I didn't get her number.
You lugged out a big old computer and quickly emailed her your phone number. Look at this. Click.
Yeah.
Gag, is there anything you're fast at?
Uh,
Or just furious?
eating a bag of chips. I'm pretty furious when I do it sometimes. Oh, I hate myself. Fuck 2020, and just slamming Cool Ranch into my mouth. Too fast.
Pretty
and
furious
too-
Packers fan.
I'm a furious Packers fan. I don't know how fast I am at it. I kind of have to wait for them to go. I can't make it go any faster, but I am often very
Right.
furious. I don't know if I'm a fast or I'm a furious softball player. I'm very angry at myself usually. I don't know how fast I am anymore. But yeah, probably sex.
I gotten pretty fast and furious at changing diapers.
Oh yeah, that's a good skill to have.
Oh yeah, that's
Am I right, fellow parents?
Right. If you just skip if
Yeah.
you skip like the wiping their ass part and stuff, and just it goes way quicker. We've got the Mount Snackmore of 2020 to come up next week, and then a whole nother year of snacking. So make sure you are joining us. 2021, we promise. The year will be better. The podcast will be much, much better. So if you are upset with the quality of the podcast,
Well,
Somebody's
I think-
writing checks his ass can't cash.
I don't commit to that quote. I know, man. I'm pretty sure our intros have to be better as the coronavirus, knock on wood, hopefully ends at some point in 2021. We can actually go outside and have things happen to us again. We won't be sitting for 2 hours. I don't know. You got any stories?
I'm actually thinking of retooling things a bit, and like
Mhm.
I'll still host or whatever. But I want one of you guys to come on and be Paul Walker, and the other one Nelson Mandela. And so we're just gonna
Yep.
do a whole month of episodes.
Nothing problematic there.
Sounds problematic.
Yep, can't imagine that'll be a problem. Anyway, hey Chad,
Right.
I call Paul Walker. Dibs on Paul Walker.
All right.
Oh, yeah, we'll call it, and then we'll be back next time. We're trying out 3 brand new snacks.
Deuces.
Yep.
Disorder Dat.